going on, YouTube? How are you doing? I actually wanted to make a video that was a little bit more personal than it usually is and kind of talk about something that I consider my worst setback / failure ever in my entire career. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because I actually posted a video a little earlier called Am I Good Enough? With my friend Hungry Musician, and I kind of wanted to elaborate on what it means to like not feel like you're good enough at your instrument. So when I was a rising senior, during the summer of being a rising senior in high school, I was studying with a particular teacher. She's gonna remain nameless here, and I'm not gonna share anything explicit, but what I will say is that she was a very tough teacher, but she was also very good, and she had a lot of influence. On top of that, I had been working really hard with her. She had been changing so many things. I had skyrocketed in skill level through her tutelage, and it was amazing, and I thought we had a really great bond. So it comes summertime and she wanted me to go to the Interlochen International Music Festival, and I didn't want to, mostly because I didn't have money for that, and also it was very far removed from what I wanted to do. I wanted to continue studying with her. I didn't want to study with anybody else, and I wanted to pursue a local chamber music festival that was run by Atlanta Symphony musicians called Franklin Pond Chamber Music, and I loved it, and I always learned so much from that. So I wanted to continue with that path. So, you know, she kind of accepted it, and she accepted it on the condition that I take lessons with her, and I was like, yeah, of course, we're gonna take lessons, it'll be fine. So we've been going through the festival a few weeks. I've been taking lessons with her for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden we had a family friend who had a medical emergency and was in the hospital with heart trouble. So I asked, being very swamped with rehearsals for this chamber music festival, being swamped with the actual coachings all around Atlanta, I asked my teacher if we could take a momentary hiatus for a few weeks just so we can take care of our friend in the hospital and reduce the cost of gas, because going from where I was in Peachtree City to Atlanta and Sandy Springs and beyond, it was very expensive on our one income single parent family. And she accepted it, it was fine, and I told her that, hey, you know, we will contact you when we're ready for lessons. Fast forward a few weeks, I literally log on to my computer. It's a Saturday before Monday, which is when I usually have my lessons, and my mom told me it was okay, our friend was fine, we can go ahead and start lessons again. I log onto my computer into my Yahoo account to email my teacher and tell her we are ready to take lessons again. And I see there's an email in my inbox, and it is a message from my teacher, and it's addressed to me. But not only that, it's addressed to the head of the talent development program, which was a program that was providing me with lessons and all these other wonderful things like scholarships to summer camps. And in that letter, she not only said that she doesn't want me in her studio anymore, she suggests that I get a new teacher. She also said that I would never really, she doesn't think that I have the dedication to be a good musician. She doesn't think I had the skill or any of the necessary elements of being a successful classical musician. And to just put the icing and the cherry on top, she also rescinded her recommendation for me to get a new instrument for college auditions. And all of this was just so much for me, I just broke down and cried. And I wasn't right for a very long time. That destroyed my confidence on such a fundamental level, because personally I thought I was doing really well, and I had been doing master classes, like I had been really working my butt off for her. I had gotten principal in All-State for the first time, and I had gotten, you know, the associate principal seat in the Atlanta Symphony Youth Orchestra, and I played master classes for William Prussell Sr., and just all these wonderful things. And to have her really say those sorts of things really hurt me right here. Yeah, right on my boob, right here, right there. And so it couldn't have come at a worse time either, because this was right before college auditions. This is where most of us, myself included, feel the most insecure. Am I good enough? Am I good enough to even think about being a musician? And to have somebody that you trust and care about say that of you, say that you aren't, is something that is devastating, especially when you're even on the fence about deciding to be a musician. So this kind of lit a fire in me, and I'd always kind of wanted to do music, but this was the moment where I was like, okay, I have to prove her wrong. I mean, she can't just do that to me. She can't just sabotage my desire to be a musician. And so a couple weeks later, I was getting back into the groove. I was out of commission for a good week. I didn't feel good at all about who I was as a person. But then, you know, I contact Paul Murphy, the associate principal of the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, and I asked him to take me under his wing as a teacher, and he graciously accepted. I mean, this guy, I owe this guy so much. He changed my life. And I will never thank him enough for accepting me into his studio at a time when I was super vulnerable, and at a time that he was really busy, and he didn't have to take me. He really didn't have to. But he saw something in me, and he really brought me up to speed and helped me get good because I was a noob, and he really helped me audition for college auditions because I didn't know what I was doing. And because of him, I was accepted to the Robert McDuffie Center for Strings, where I learned all of the essential elements of what it meant to be a classical musician, and that education propelled me to the Juilliard School. And so what I meant to say here is that no matter what goes on in your life, there will be setbacks. There will be moments where you will feel like this is it, I failed, and I'm never going to succeed ever again. But if you look at people who have the most vast success, the people who are the most successful people you can think of, they have equal and opposite failures. They have these moments where their career was destroyed, or they had somebody that they cared about tell them that they weren't worthy. They had all these things getting in their way, all these obstacles. And those are the parts of the stories you don't hear. Those are the unsexy parts of being successful that you don't hear about. So I wanted to share this story with you just so I could show you that even though I may have made it in your eyes, even though I may have, oh, I got into Juilliard, I won, I did it, I got everything. That's not the case. And even in the moment, I didn't think that I was worthy. So I really hope that the next time you get a big setback, the next time somebody tells you no, the next time that somebody says you can't, that you fight, that you get up off your ass and you prove them wrong. Because take it from someone who was unskilled, take it from someone who was undedicated, take it to someone who was unworthy of being a classical musician. You are worthy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope this message resonated with you. If you or a friend are going through a moment of rejection or going through a moment of self-doubt, show them this video. Share it with your friends, because this is a message that I don't think is told often enough. Viola Nation, thank you so much for watching. And remember, music is love and music is life. I'll see you very, very soon.